Welcome back, lottery fans, and welcome to day 5 of our video series, 10 winning rundowns for 10 states in 10 days. We've already done 4 other states. Definitely go ahead and check those out. The links are down below in the description. I have to say, if you haven't seen them already, those rundowns are pretty phenomenal. Some of the patterns and the numbers that are coming out of those are pretty amazing. I've been really happy with the way this is turning out. But today is number 5. And of course, there's 5 more still to come. So if you haven't seen your state yet, don't worry. There's 5 more states that I'm going to be doing after this in the next 5 days. So your state may be there. And of course, if your state doesn't show up in these top 10, don't worry about it. You can always do these rundowns in other states as well. They've definitely been hitting in different states. I've seen people doing these rundowns in other states and saying they're hidden. And of course, if you don't want to do the rundowns, you can just go ahead and get the number vault, which is the pick 3 and pick 4 tip sheet I put out every single month. It covers every single state. So if you're in a state that's not listed, or you just don't want to do the rundowns, go ahead and get the number vault, because your numbers are going to be in there for the month of September. Alright, but without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into our state number 5. And state number 5 is going to be a pick 3 rundown using our standard tic-tac-toe worksheet, which of course is always free to download from lotterypredictor.com. So go ahead and grab that if you want. And I have to say, this one gave me a little bit of a run around. Spent quite a lot of time trying to find a good working rundown for this state, but I found a really nice one. I found one that has some really good patterns to it, and I found one that is really fresh and hitting. So to give you an example, I started, the base date for this one is just the 9th of September, so just 5 days ago, and in the last 5 days it's hit 4 times, including today. That's right, it's a midday lottery. I'm shooting this in the afternoon on 9/14, and it already hit today in the midday for this state. So you're definitely going to want to go ahead and see this. And good news is, it's one of the standard patterns we've used in the past. It's a really simple pattern to do, a really simple rundown to do, but just a little tweak. I tweaked it just a little bit. That's the part that really threw me off. I had to really dig hard to find this one, but when I found it, it really is well worth the time I spent on it. But I'm sure you're anxious to know what state it is, so let me go ahead and announce it. And the state number 5 is going to be Virginia. That's right, in Virginia midday pick 3 specifically. And as I mentioned, this is a really fresh rundown. It's really hot. It's been working for the last 4 out of 5 days. So it's definitely in its infancy. And I have strong confidence that if you continue to play for the next couple of weeks, you're going to hit some more stuff out of this. So definitely pair. If you're in Virginia, you're going to want to have them do this. And as I say, if you're not in Virginia, still try this in your state and let me know in the comments below if it's working for you. So as I mentioned, the base date I picked for this is 9/9, so 9th of September. Today is the 14th. So we're going to take the result from the Virginia midday pick 3 on 9/9, which was a 756. And as I said, this is a common rundown that we've done. It's a very simple rundown. It's basically our reverse count up rundown with a little bit of a twist, and I'll show you what the twist is as I do it. So to do our reverse counting up one, all we do is we take the 756 and we put it diagonally from top left to bottom right in our base grid here. So once we've got our base number in there, all we do is we take the bottom right number and we start counting up in an anti-clockwise manner, so that we can go ahead and fill in these blank spots here. Now the twist to this is, normally I would go ahead and count up, and as we get to around, we'd go from 9 back to 0. I found that the 0 wasn't working, so if I removed the 0 and flipped straight from 9 to 1, that's when the magic started to happen. That's when the numbers started to hit. So I'll show you how that works. So we go from 6 to 7, 8, 9. Normally this would be a 0, but if I skip 0 and go straight to 1, 2, 3, that really gave me a good, nice base grid here. And then we're going to go ahead and use our mirror numbers to fill out our translated grid. And the way in which we do that is we go, sorry, the mirror numbers are down on this side here. We go ahead and we look up every single individual number here. And we look on the top line for that number. So we take 7, look on the top line, 7, and the one underneath it is a 2. That's the mirror number. So we put that 2 in the spot on the translated grid. 9, the one underneath it's a 4, put a 4 there. 8, the one underneath it's a 3, put a 3 there. 1 would be 6, 5 is 0, 7 is 2, 2 is 7, 3 is 8, and 6 is 1. There we go. So that's where we have our base grid. and our translated grid, and both of these grids are hitting, and I'll be able to show you where those are doing right now. So as I mentioned, this is for the last 4 days. So we've got September 10th through September 14th, which is today, and 4 of those 5 numbers hit. So let me show you where those were. So we started off on 910, and 910 we went ahead and had a 602 was the result in the midday. So we go ahead and right off the bat on our translated grid, we had a straight common pattern. Look at that number there, 602, a straight horizontal across. Those of you that have seen my videos before know that I really like to play on the horizontal numbers across and the vertical numbers down. So hitting a straight on a horizontal, this is a good pattern to start off on. The next day, 911, we went ahead and we had a 782. And once again, turn to our translated grid here, we had that 782, another straight number hit, 782 right there. Not a horizontal, but almost a horizontal pattern, just a tweak up there to hit that 2, but that's 2 straights both in a row there. So Virginia really knocking it out of the park already in just these very first 2 days of this rundown. Good job to Virginia. All right, then on 912, the result was a 672. And lo and behold, when we go ahead and look at our translated grid again, we've got a 762 right here. So another common pattern, a vertical straight down. I mentioned at the start of videos, I like those horizontals, I like those verticals, and there we go. On 912, we had a vertical. It's a box number this time, so we had 2 straights and a box, but there was a common pattern right there. 913, went ahead and skipped that. We didn't actually get a hit off 913, so Friday the 13th was unlucky for Virginia as well with this rundown. But then today, midday at lunchtime, went ahead and pulled it straight back. So 914, we had a 153 as a result in a Virginia midday. And if we go ahead and look on our base grid this time, we've got a 153 right angle pattern right there, 153. Another straight number, so 3 straight numbers and a box number, 2 common patterns. Doesn't get much better than this. 5 days, 4 hits. Virginia, this rundown is hot. If you're in Virginia, I'm really happy for you because you've got a hot rundown here as your number 5 state here. So Virginia, even though I had a lot of competition with the first 4 states for bringing out some pretty awesome patterns, it really brought it. Virginia showed that it can play with the best of you states, and it can go ahead and it can show some really nice, beautiful rundowns, some really nice hitting numbers. So good job, Virginia. All right, that was number 5. As I mentioned, 5 more still to go, 5 more days of this. If you like this, if you like the series, definitely please give me a thumbs up and definitely share it around. Post it on Twitter, Facebook, whatever your social network of choice is. Definitely share it with all your friends, email it, whatever you like to do. That's it. I will be back with number 6 tomorrow. If you want to take a guess at what state you think is going to be number 6, remember you voted for all of these states. You voted for the top 10, so whatever you think is going to be in the 6th position here, go ahead and give me a comment below. Give me a comment below if you're running with Virginia, if you're in Virginia and you see this pattern working and you've been winning some money. Been getting some great comments from people saying that they've been seeing these numbers winning, so thank you for that. All right, that's it. I'll be back tomorrow with the next one. In the meantime, good luck, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.